morning, everyone. Welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios, and it is Junk Journal Friday. I'm getting a late start on this video. This week has been super crazy. Bob was supposed to have left on Tuesday. He took an extra day off for us to go buy a new vehicle. And it really took off my whole day. We lost all of Tuesday. And I lost all of Wednesday in finalizing the stuff for the new vehicle. So it's been a week. I think it's going to settle down now, and I think I can get into a groove again. I'm doing Junk Journal Friday today. There will not be a Scrapbook Saturday video this week just because I'm just trying to get caught up after a crazy month of June. And I will be back here on Monday for sure with a Make It Mail It card because I have the prototype done. And I want to put together one with you on the video on Saturday or on Monday. So hang in there. But today is Junk Journal Friday. We are back to our bead journal. And I'm using this piece today. And I'm going to tell you briefly. First, before I get ready to show you the bags, I went through, this is the fabric I picked up when I was out shopping with Terry, Ginger Crafts, when she was here in June. And I cut this all off the black. Then I went back and cut the floral border off, and then I cut this little bee trim off. And I'll show you what I did with that in just a minute. But wait, I have these bee Kleenexes, or tissues, from Maddie Spectrum Art Creations. And I made 3 tags using HGTV paint chips. I have hundreds of these. And I'll be doing some in a giveaway soon. But what I did was I covered them with the bee, with the bee tissue. And then I came back with some of the tissue washi tape with the words on it. And kind of added an accent. Now, I'm not sure how much else I will put on here because they're going to go into a belly band. And anything that goes into a belly band is going to hang up. So, not sure how much more I'm going to do on these. Other than, I know that I'm going to be punching a hole on the top and using either baker's twine or and it's in here somewhere, the honeybee. I have the honeybee ribbon from Stampin' Up that may also go on here. But I'm going to come back through here. I have some trim that's coming up. And I don't think that's going to work. I'm going to come back and do that when my hands are a little steadier. So these are going to be, oh, here it is right here in front of me. The honeybee trim on here. I'm liking this. And maybe combining this, maybe braiding it with some yellow and white baker's twine. May do that. So, but first, before I can do that, I need to cover the back with something else, and I've not decided exactly what I want to cover the back with. I could use this. We could do that. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. I use the Tombow Mono practically on everything. Let's go, and I don't like using the tip and I can't see where my edge is. I don't like using the tip, the spreader tip. It never seems to work for me, and I usually wind up using more glue than I really need to. And I'm trying to keep this close. Now remember, you don't have to put it all the way to the edge because it'll squish. Remember our squish? So I got that. And let's just go ahead and I'll come back and trim this up. And then we know we've got the white on there, and I'll have to come back and find another piece of the white to put the 3rd tag on, but we can do this one for now. And while I'm not going to finish this tag completely with the braided trim or whatnot for the top, for the pull, I will be able to show you that in the flip through, which I hope is going to come before the end of this month. I want to finish this journals, because yes, I've changed my mind on what we're doing with them. So I'll have those 3 tags. Excuse me. And I could maybe accent with some of the stuff from that kit, or from the Memories and More card pack that has the sticker stuff on them. I could maybe do that because they're not going to hang up. Now, the next thing I wanted to show you talk about is, remember we have 3 signatures. And I was going to do one big journal, but I've changed my mind. I'm not going to do one big journal. I'm going to do 3 single signature journals because my friend Greg McBride has come out with a children's book, Byron the Bee Who Couldn't, written by Greg McBride and my new friend Anais Charchenko. Both lovely people. I've known Greg on Twitter for several years. We bonded over kitty cats. He is a foster mom, or foster dad, or whatever you want to call him. He's a foster parent for kitty cats most of the time. When he was living in LA, he worked with the street rescue animals, and he fostered. And one, God, I think it was very early in 2021, he fostered 6 adorable black kittens. And every morning we got a little snippet video on YouTube, or on Twitter, as he opened the door and let the kitties out of their kitty room in the morning and have them head for breakfast. And they were so stinking cute. And I told him if he didn't find homes for those kittens that we were going to be meeting up somewhere and I was going to be taking all 6 of them. And Bob knew it could happen. He did. He just shook his head and didn't say a word. But he found good, loving homes for all 6 of those kitty cats. And but he's had Byron the Bee buzzing around in his brain for several years before he finally got to write the book. And what do you believe? Do you ever wonder what you might be? A painter, a banker, or an athlete on TV? Byron wondered too. Quite a lot, in fact. And this is his story from front to back. Byron's adventures take wild twists and turns. You see, Byron the Bee has something to learn. Spoiler alert, Byron's amazing, but until he believes, he can't come out blazing. Or buzzing. Greg McBride is also the author of one of the highest premiering Christmas story on Hallmark to date, called A Heavenly Christmas, with Kristen, and I can't remember Kristen's last name, but she was the preppy one on Sex and the City. And then it also starred Eric McCormick from Grace and Shirley MacLaine. And I love that movie. And I watch it all the time. In fact, I keep it on my DVR until I break down and buy my own DVD so that I can watch it whenever. So, I have decided that instead of a 3 signature journal, I am going to do 3 individual single signature journals, one for Greg, one for Anais, and one for me. And so I'm trying to get these done so I can get them out the end of this month. So aside from the 3 tags that are going to go in this belly band, then I started with, and I've got a bag here somewhere, I just had it, because I had started recording this video this morning that didn't work. There we go. I started with 3 of these signature silverware bags. Cut them to the width of the page, which was about 6 inches. Spray painted, or spritz them with the Bumblebee spritz that we made a few weeks ago. And this is what we come up with. Remember, I told you we cut those fabrics down. So I focused the color mostly around the edge because I was going to cover it up in the center anyway. Then I came back and added the black and the floral strip, and then finally the bee strip. And these are the tag pockets. They're going to become belly bands on the page, just like this. And the thing that I just cut up to make those card backs was supposed to be my sample to show me how to measure for my page items. But you know, you'll have that. So we have 3 pockets, and I'm going to start with just a piece. This was from a popcorn box, and I want to make sure I didn't glue anything that I shouldn't. And then I haven't quite decided what I'm covering these with yet, but I know I've got to cover this, and I've got to cover this. In fact, I may save this one for something else and just use these 2, and then I'll come back and do the 3rd one. But I was curious as to what color to cover them with. I want to use this side to cover. And I do have other fabrics here. That might be pretty, but I also think I want to save that for the cover. So I could use this one. But there's quite a bit of that too for the cover. Decisions. Oh, you know what else might work? We have these. Try not to let things fall. We have the papers from the home collection that we could use. And we have these that were from something. And we have these pieces. So those are options. And I had a Memories and More card pack. I just ordered a brand new pack. Had it yesterday. Where it went. Who knew? Who knew? How do you lose an entire pack of paper? That's also a possibility. Let me look in one more place here. Nope. I have a brand new pack of the Memories and More card pack. Oh, there they are right in front of me. I covered them with the tags. I can't use those, but I could use these. Could use these. If I can get them open. Wow, we're at 11 minutes. I want to try and get this to 20 so that it will upload faster this morning. Since I'm late getting this up and done. I tell you, I am so ready to just be home. Be home? How many bee thingies can you come up with? But see, we have these flatter things that we could use on those tags. So we have those we can use. Let's see what we have here. Don't want to use the blues. We have some of those. But I really want something with some color on there. That might be more the blue. Don't want the green. We have lines. Those might be nice, but I should have 3 of those. Because I should have another pack of those somewhere. So that's a possibility. Let's move this one out of the way for now. And let's see how much of that we lose. If we wanted to do that, we could do that. This is 2 inches. So we could cut this at 2 inches. So then that's going to have us, yeah, that'd work. No, we got to cut this yellow trim off first. We got to cut this trim off here. There we go. That could become a pull, and then we can come back and trim this down to 2. And I'm only going to do one of the tags this morning. And then I will do the other 2 when I find the other paper. But we could do that just like that. So let's do that. Oops, not on that side. We want it on this side. So as of Monday, well, let me back up. Well, I was at a conference in Springfield in the middle of May. I was in town for something. And Bob went vehicle shopping. And I really hated that he did it without me. Because it was supposed to replace my vehicle. And he found a 2012 Toyota 4Runner that he just not could get out of his brain. Just could not turn loose of that truck. Or SUV or whatever you want to call it. The 2012 Toyota 4Runner was the last model that they put the 4Runner on a truck chassis. So it has the clearance that I need for out here on our road. And so he come home and he researched Toyota 4Runners on YouTube. Had a couple of car guys he was looking at and paying attention to and listening to everything they told him. And Keep in mind, I've always been a Chevy girl. Chevy is my thing. So, he couldn't turn loose of it, And then, this past week, excuse me, he took me to look at it, and I tried to be impressed, but I just wasn't ready to car shop yet. My biggest thing is I was determined that I was going to pay cash for my new vehicle because we have not had a car payment in 15 years, and I was not going to start this close to his retirement with a car payment. Just wasn't going to do it. So I just couldn't get excited about it. Well, last weekend, the weekend before the 4th, excuse me, I needed coffee. I went to a writer's retreat in Poplar Bluff, and Tuesday morning I went to go out and was going to go run errands, and Snowball, my truck, decided she was not going to go anywhere. I was not very happy with Snowball. I turned the key, I put her into gear, and then she just sat there. She didn't grind or make any noise, or she just wasn't going anywhere. I don't have another one of those. I may have to use that one. But I'd rather have the bee thing. We'll have to keep looking. So, I called Bob, and he came and exchanged trucks with me. And we swapped out trucks. And he brought mine home. Well, he decided if mine was going to start playing games, then it was time to get rid of it. And so he went and started making deals on this Toyota 4Runner. I got home on Sunday afternoon, and we started talking, and I told him, I said, I don't have the cash for it. I don't want to do it without cash. And after we got to crunching numbers, we realized we could afford it. I would be paying cash for 3/4 of it. And he would take out a small personal loan for the remainder, and we would bring home a new vehicle. So, that's what we did. So I am now the proud owner of a 2012 Toyota 4Runner, and this week I'm going to be ordering personal plates for her. Okay, now this is a little long for this, so I'm going to measure down here. If I cut, if I cut this off at this line on both ends, because I've lost some down here on this end where I glued it. So it's not a full 6 inches. So I could cut this down here and cut that little strip off on both ends. Just like that. And I'll have to come back and trim this one up because I can see my cardboard under here, and that's going to drive me crazy. Okay. And that's got a little bit of a edge to it. I'm going to have to come back with the actual paper cutter and just trim that down. Okay. But then this will go inside here. And I know what I want to put there. I want to continue this bee thing onto this tag. And let's see, I can do this one, but I'm afraid it might be too little. Maybe not. Let's see, we have 3 bees on there, so let's cut this one down to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me get my fabric scissors out here, because all my other and I'm going to put this one there. Yeah, because we're going to lose one. So let's go there. 3, 4, 5. And then I've got 3, 4, 5. Wow, I got 3 of them out there. My scissors are all filled with gook from yesterday. But I want this to hold on here good. So I am going to take and line this with the ribbon tape from Stampin' Up. This one is their ribbon and card, and I know I'm going to stick it onto here, and I'm okay with that, but this is made to go on ribbon and hold it really, really good. So this was a good time to give up Stampin' Up because, oops, that didn't work out very well. Let's go right there. I pulled it off with my, because I am stuck to it. I just can't afford to cover my quarterly amount. I know that's going to go on there. As soon as I can get it to quit sticking to my finger, I want that to go right there. And then get that string off of there. And off my finger. And it just doesn't want to stick. I don't want it that far. Okay, let's try this way. Let's try this way. And I think once I get it lined up, I'll be fine. Yeah, that one is stuck there, and I don't want it to stick there. What I need to do is stick right, not on my finger. It just does not want to stick there. There. And it's still not right, and I'm still not happy with it. And it's still not sticking. I may have to come back and staple this anyway. But I was trying not to put anything. I'm trying to line that fabric up, and with my trimmers, that is not always the easiest task in the world. Thank you, Sissy. There we go. Finally, and I'm not going to try and do the other two on camera. I'll drive myself crazy. But there we have one of our belly bands and tags. And actually, that may have come out a little bit long, but we'll see. Let's move these out of the way and test run this on a page where we would put it. And then I'm going to call it good for today. I don't want to put it over here because it's coming this way. So we could go here and put it there. And I think that would be really nice. So let's go ahead and put that into place on this one. Which means I'm going to put my glue here on this end. And up here on this end. Just like, I can go all the way to here. I can go all the way to here. I can. And we're going to lay that one into place and hold that for a minute. Give that a chance to hold. And then we'll be able to come back and slide. You know, one of those tags that we just had a second ago. One of those tags through here. And then this one will come out here. And I'm going to find another one of those if at all possible. I may have to contact my sister-in-law and see if she has another one of those if I can't find one. Because I want that one. Together is a beautiful place to be in all three of the journals. So we'll have to see what happens. So that is our B item for our Junk Journal Friday today. Thanks for joining me in the studio. Remember to check out the links down below for Byron the Bee. And I'll leave the purchase link and the Byron the Bee website link, as well as a link for the trailer for A Heavenly Christmas. Remember, it's Christmas in July, so why not watch a Christmas movie? I did check. I've not seen it coming back up on Hallmark, but I will check again, and if so, I will update the links down below. But it is available on Amazon, either as a rent or as a purchase. So, there you have it. I will be back here Monday with our first Christmas card of July, and I was going to show you a sneak peek, but I don't see it laying here handy. So you'll just have to be surprised Monday when you come back for Make It, Mail It Monday. In the meantime, creative blessings.